No more copyrights. No more copyrights. No more copyrights. Strikes, please. Welcome, everybody. It is episode 18, I want to say. Right? Am I right? I think I'm right. Episode 18?
It's all started to blend together.
I believe it's episode 18. And the reason why I was saying no more copyright strikes, please. I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but our last episode got hit by a copyright strike and got taken down. I don't know what for, but I stripped off all the graphics and the beginning part just in case, and I re-uploaded it. So if you guys want to go back and check that out, I re-uploaded that. But yeah, whoever copyright striked us, man, you guys got a nice place in hell for you waiting, man.
Also, wait.
What?
You didn't want me to put up that copyright strike?
Stupid. I don't think we could copyright strike ourselves. But
I literally think all that has to do with that is that you just gotta send whoever you think may have a problem with it, like a copy.
But
stop making YouTube. Just chill on the copyrights.
From now on, though, we're gonna refrain from using any graphics for now, and I'm gonna try to not sing any openers that might be a big famous song, just in case for that. So we're gonna go bare bones. It's just all you're getting is us. That's it. Us and the topics that we choose. So from there, let's go into the news. Because I don't know if you saw one of our long past earlier episodes. Alex here brought up the topic of Armored Mewtwo. And then a few episodes ago, I said, they might have found something in the codes that they didn't know what it was. Well, just 2 days ago on the Twitters, Niantic tweeted out Armored Mewtwo coming very soon. So soon that it's coming out in 3 days. Just in time too for dinner raid hour for whoever out there is still playing hardcore like I am. Dinner raid hour is on Wednesday, starts at 6. You get an hour from 6 to 7, and all the gyms turn into level 5 raids. And from what they said on the tweet, that Armored Mewtwo would be a level 5 raid, and it's coming out on July 10th. So I believe that's in time for dinner raid hour. So any of you who are excited for that, get ready. You guys all should know all the Pokemons to use for him. Anyways, all the counters and stuff like that. So pretty exciting. And Alex, you predicted it, man. How do you feel?
I knew everybody was talking about it. I didn't think it would come this quick, let alone in a couple days.
Yeah.
But I was honestly also expecting the old school armor. This new armor is a little cool, but it's just kind of a little out of left field, you know. But
well,
because
the thing is, they're remaking that movie and they're releasing it in Japan, and this is to promote for that. And yeah, they upgraded his armor, like in the movie and in the game. I think it looks pretty cool too. I mean, I don't know how stronger he is or if he's gonna have any extra special moves or whatnot, but I'll take it. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna try to get me one or two.
Definitely. I'm just gonna say though, there was this one thing going around where a lot of people were seeing on their Pokemon Go games where underneath Mewtwo there was an evolution. I'm not sure if you can get there from that or it's like a whole separate thing. But they also did leak it a little bit themselves without covering that up. If it is something that you can achieve from evolution,
it might. I don't know if it's gonna be an evolution type thing. I want to say it's them. It's Niantic prepping for the invasion of Team Rocket because they're gonna have purifications. Because they have been teasing that like hardcore. And I don't know when that's gonna come out. I want to say it's after the last Pokemon Go Fest in Japan. They should be releasing that, like Team Rocket Invasion. And then I'm thinking it's gonna be like you battle Team Rocket, and then you get whatever Pokemon they have, and it's gonna be the dark version of that Pokemon, and then you're gonna have to purify it to, I don't know, I forget how the whole thing goes.
That would be cool, but I would also be down for just capturing some of those dark Pokemon,
Right, and keeping
like
it dark.
it was in the movie.
Yeah, and keeping it dark. I don't know, man. That'd be dope. I'd like that too, but I don't know if Niantic would let us do that, or I don't know. But it'd be cool though, and then if having them dark gives them like a more powerful moveset, that'd be dope. I'd dig that.
Oh yeah. Or they could go a bunch of different ways. All I know is the one big problem they're gonna have to deal with is this Mewtwo gonna be a whole separate Pokemon? Because then it's gonna be on the Pokédex as a separate Mewtwo, which would be fine. But if they do make it an evolution, they're gonna need to figure out how to. It's not going to be that much of a problem. It's just more clarifying it for us.
I don't
think
think
this is coming from.
I think it'll be the same Pokemon. Niantic's kind of lazy. I mean, they've been known as a lazy company. I don't think they could think that far ahead. Because I mean, as cool as it would be for it to happen, Niantic seems to like never ever be that cool. I mean, they give us cool stuff, but like they lag on it. They like take their sweet time getting to the cool stuff and giving us cool shit. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else?
Honestly, on that one, not too much. Although this does open the door a little bit for what their possibilities for doing are. Now that, maybe in the future, since Mega Pokemon are coming out in the new game, maybe they might bring in.
I so wonder how they're gonna do that.
Because there's already a size ranking, and they all look the same. So maybe just change the aspect a little more, or even go into and having like, turning Mega Pokemon from like, if you're in battle, instead of having an Ultra move, if you have like an EX or a X and Y gym, and you just click on it, then you can turn into a Mega Pokemon for a couple seconds and do extra damage. There's a lot of things they could do.
Yeah.
But if they don't, just like you said, they're just kind of being lazy.
That's the thing too, because I mean, you are right. Mega Pokemons are supposed to be coming in, and I just don't see how they could. I don't know how they're gonna do that and how it's gonna work in the game, in the meta. But I hope they figure it out. Only because they had trouble, like you said, with the sizing. They had trouble like sizing each Pokemon because like what was Rhydon's next evolution? I forgot. But
Rhyhorn?
Yeah, Rhydon.
Rhyhorn?
No, like it goes Rhyhorn, Rhydon, and then the third one that you had to use the Sinnoh Stone for, but I forgot. But when that one got released, they messed up the size and made it smaller than a Rhydon, where it was supposed to be way huger than a Rhydon. And
See, there you go.
They always mess up the sizing. They corrected it later on, but they messed it up. Now you go into Mega Evolutions, and these things are supposed to be way huger. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna get it right, but let's move on. Just a couple hours ago, something dropped.
Something big.
Disney has been working on it. I didn't even think it was like. I didn't even think it was like done yet, and I want to say they're still in the post production part of it, because the last time I heard they were just starting production on it. So I didn't think we were gonna get a trailer this early. But Mulan, the trailer for Mulan, the live action Mulan, has dropped just 3 hours ago, and me and Alex here got to watch it. My first impression, it was pretty good. Like, it was freaking amazing. It was like, the thing too, and I think you said it first, was it looks nothing like a Disney movie, which, you are right. It looks nothing like a Disney movie. It looks like a straight up old school kung fu flick, which I think they hit it right on the head with it. Like, it's supposed to look like that, because if you take Mulan and make it live action, it should look like a kung fu flick. Like, it's the whole spiel of the movie. But And that's what it
Even the
looked like.
soundtrack.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
dude. Everything was about like it was essentially a kung fu movie turned into a Disney style. This is the complete opposite. It's exactly what it should be. Like you said, it's a Disney movie turned into a kung fu flick. It's not a
Yep.
Disney rendition of a kung fu flick. It's a kung fu flick based off of a Disney franchise,
Hmm.
and they hit it right on the head.
There was parts in the trailer where she was like scaling this bamboo structure. Like it took me back to Once Upon a Time in China or something like that. Those flicks. I mean, it's just like, oh dang. It hit the point, and then like the way they made it feel like feudal. Is it supposed to be feudal China? Right? It's based on
There's
Chinese.
so
It's a
Yeah, but
Chinese
there's
folklore,
so
right?
many. Yeah, but the thing is with Chinese, there's so many different eras and so many different like renditions and dynasties
Yeah,
that
yeah,
honestly it's so hard to fit like exactly what it's supposed to be called. But I'm guessing that like it's old independent China under
yeah, yeah,
rule of like an emperor.
yeah.
So
Like,
I think that would be called feudal China.
yeah, yeah. It's feudal China when everything was kind of like Wild West, and there's a either kings or emperors, yeah, stuff like that. So I think they, I think they caught the look, the feel, like perfectly. It caught me like on surprise too, and I'm glad that everyone's Asian in it because if there was like
Hmm.
if there was like one white person, like I was gonna be like, yo, that doesn't fit, man. I don't know, but it was very
I'm not letting them do a Dragon Ball Z to this one or an Avatar.
or
It's
an
not gonna happen.
Avatar,
Not with
man.
Mulan.
No way, dude. Because
Not
that
with Mulan.
Because that was just like, oh, dude, people would be kind of, I don't know, like, well, not, I don't know about people, but me myself, I'd be a little disappointed in Disney on that one if they did it that way.
Hmm.
But from what I've seen, from the, I think it was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something that, they did it correctly. I am pleasantly surprised. It's giving me hype for it now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie. Pretty awesome.
Definitely.
And then if we want to stick with the Disney stuff,
Might as
this
well.
this right here is controversial. And because I said controversial, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out there know what I'm talking about. The casting of Ariel has been released. It is Holly Bailey, not
Barry.
Barry. Holly Bailey.
It's gonna be still weird seeing Catwoman as Ariel. You know?
It's not Catwoman. But from what I know, she is a child actress who was teamed up with her sister, and they have like a small singing group or something that's pretty big. I'm not into that stuff, so I don't know much about it. Now, the whole controversy is that she is an African American actress, and Ariel in the cartoons is white. And everyone's like going crazy about it. And I kind of understand why, but here's my opinion. I really don't care. See, my whole thing to because it's been done, it's being done. If you guys look back, in the show Titans, Starfire was cast as an African American actress. You know, there's been other,
Genie.
iterations. The Genie, well, actually, Genie was supposed to be whatever it wanted to be, really. So it doesn't really matter. I don't think. I don't know, but
True.
but yeah. So like to me, it doesn't matter as long as the movie is done well and the as long as the story of the meaning of the story from the original is carried along in this version, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, And from what I've heard is that Holly Bailey could carry a tune, she could sing, and so this movie itself has a lot of songs in it, and as long as she hits those songs, yo, more power to her. Be Ariel, whatever. Here, the only part though is they gotta give her red hair. I haven't seen her I haven't seen her with red hair yet. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see how that goes.
Plus, not to mention if they're gonna bring it in kind of like how the movie was. If we are going to see, I forget his name, but the King Triton, I
King
believe.
Triton, yeah.
Is he?
Hmm. Well, he has to
Could
be.
be African American.
Yeah, he has to be. Yeah, he has to be black too, right? I mean, come on, like, I don't think that's how genetics works, right?
Not really. I mean, you could have a African American mom while having a white dad.
Yeah, that's true.
Still
But
come
I mean,
out.
one of them has to be African American, right? I mean, or
So
yeah.
he still could technically not be. I don't know. I was just
Eh. It could go.
technicalities.
It could go either way. I mean, we'll see. They haven't. The thing though is they haven't casted the dad yet, so we don't know who that's gonna be, how he's gonna look, stuff like that. I know they casted Sebastian and
He's gonna be Cuban.
what's the other guy? The crab,
Uh,
or is crab Sebastian? I forget, but I know
yeah,
they
actually,
they casted the seagull, and I know Ursula is gonna be what's her name? Shoot, she was in like Ghostbusters. She was also Melissa McCarthy.
oh wow, really?
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy is Ursula. So that's gonna be
okay. So
interesting. She's mostly
Yeah.
known as a comedian, So now she has to play an evil whatever she is. I think she's just a witch, right?
octopus lady thing.
Yeah, but like a witch though. That's basically what she
Yeah.
is, right? She casts spells and she
Mhm.
stuff like that, and but she's an octopus witch, whatever. But yeah, so
By the way, we were thinking of Flounder.
oh, Flounder, yeah, there you go, Flounder. They casted Flounder, they casted Sebastian, and then they casted the seagull too. But I don't know if they casted Prince Eric yet either. I'm not sure. I haven't heard about that, but whatever. But yeah, I mean the controversy, whatever, like hey, y'all could be mad, whatever. Times are changing. You got to realize that different races are gonna be casted for different things because come on, get with the times. It can't
Yeah,
all be
there was
can't all be white America
was-
on TV on movie
yeah.
screens.
I mean, there was talk about making Superman African American, and then there were talks about, well, they already did make from Fantastic Four the Human Torch.
Yeah. Yep. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Superman though. In the comics, they did do an African American Superman in the comics. So even if that happens, that's fine. It goes along.
All I gotta say is, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
Yeah. So like, basically, you can't judge it yet. Now you got to judge it when it comes out. If you see the movie, and if the movie doesn't convey the story that it's supposed to convey, then bitch about it if you want. But for right now, hey, let's just see how it all comes together. I mean, what can you do?
Exactly.
And to tell you the truth, I think that's kind of all the news that I have. Did you want to go first on topics, or you want me to go? You want to finish?
Probably go first.
You want to finish, or okay, I'll start. Okie dokie. Yeah. So here's the thing. 2 of my favorite things came out last week, and let's just start with. Well, let me just tell you guys what it is. It's Stranger Things season 3 and Spider-Man: Far From Home. Spider-Man: Far From Home. I'm just gonna give you guys a quick non-spoiler review. And same thing with Stranger Things seasons 3, because I know Alex hasn't seen it yet. But once Alex sees it, we are gonna do a spoiler review next week. I'm probably gonna do a Spider-Man review also in midweek, so look out for that. I'm gonna go straight spoilers on it on the next one, but on this one, spoiler free, so you guys don't have to worry. I'm just gonna give you my thoughts. So let's just go first with Spider-Man: Far From Home. When we first talked about it last week, I told you guys that I heard nothing but good stuff. Coming to this week, I saw a little bit of disagreements or people not liking it, that much. Still not too bad though, because there wasn't like a wave of like a tidal wave of like hate or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I could see where they're coming from with the dislikes because Tony Stark had a lot to do with this movie, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But to me, though, I felt like it kind of carries along because it's a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, so it kind of needed it. So, but it kept with the feel of the first Homecoming. The To me, the comedy worked. I loved it. It had surprises that were amazing. Also, there's two post-credit scenes which are, to me, kind of like very interesting, and you kind of need to see it if you're into Spider-Man. So stick around for those two if you do go see it. It's amazing. I want to say it's an awesome, awesome movie because it continues the storyline. I mean, people like you guys got to realize that he is part of the MCU, so it's gonna have those storylines interwoven into it. And it still felt like a Spider-Man movie. At least to me, it did. But awesome movie. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. So that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, it was an okay movie. I just
Shut up! You didn't even see it yet. And so that's Spider-Man: Far From Home. I dug it. I thought it was really good. It kept along, like it continued the story perfectly from what I think. There's a few things that dropped it to a 9 for me that were, not too bad, but I'll talk about that in the spoiler review next later on in the week. Now, let's get into Stranger Things season 3. Hold on. Let me take a drink real quick. Now, I don't know if this is going to hype you up for it or whatever, but let's just say in the beginning, I was planning on just doing it episode per episode, and then we were going to review it. But once I started, I just couldn't stop. So I just basically
railed through it.
Yeah, I just bulldozed through all 8 episodes, and just a reminder, it's only 8 episodes. But you know what? Unlike Game of Thrones season 8, Stranger Things season 3 was actually good. I couldn't stop. I just kept on going. It ended in a spot where you're comfortable with, but you could kind of see that they're going to be able to continue it. So look forward to a season 4. And I know that there's a lot of people that aren't into Stranger Things, but I think I figured out the reason why they're not into it. For one thing, it's kind of like a creature feature, right? So if you're not into the whole creature feature type thing, like if you're not into like old school 80s horror movies and stuff, you're not really going to have a connection to it. And I think that's why a lot of people aren't into it as much. But the people who are into it like a lot. And at least all the people that I know love it and they watch it. I only know a couple that are like, oh, I don't get it. I don't know why people like it so much. But I think it's because, creature features weren't their thing. Like, it's not their type of style of movie. But because that's what it is. Stranger Things is kind of like a coming to age type movie with like 50-50 creature feature and sci-fi / horror. So it's like all of that combined into one.
Mm-hmm.
It has its cheesy parts, it has its funny parts, but all in all, it was a good time. This season, I want to say that they kind of combined what was that old school 80s movie where they're stuck in a cafeteria the whole time because they're in on like a Saturday detention?
Oh, Footloose.
No. Is it wait,
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, yeah. I want to say it's kind of like Breakfast Club meets The Thing meets Blob. Kind of.
You're not gonna drop. You're not gonna drop the Goonies on that one.
No, because they already did the Goonies. The Goonies was like season
Yeah,
one.
true.
Yeah, this time it's grown up. It's a little grown up. The mall itself is kind of like the featured area. That's why I went with Breakfast Club, even though they're not really stuck in there. But it has that feel. And then yeah, The Thing and Blob. If you could figure that out, then you figure that out. And then there's a part in the part in the later episodes. They use a song from one of my favorite movies. I own all three movies, even though part 3 is kind of bad. But they use a theme song from this movie in a funny way. It's kind of corny, cheesy way, but I just loved it. And yeah, once you get, I think I want to say it's like in episode. I think it's in the last episode. I think it's episode 8. But once you get there, once you hear it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I wish everyone's already seen it, and then I wish I could sing it but I don't want to because we're gonna get copyright strike, so I'm not going to. But it's an awesome song, it's an awesome movie, and they call to it. It's freaking dope. I like it. It's an amazing show, and look forward to next week when we do a spoiler review of it. I want to talk all about it because there's like so much amazing stuff that's happened, so much crazy things that happen towards the end. There's something I don't know how it's gonna affect the next episodes or next seasons. I mean, but yeah, bunch of revelations, a bunch of crazy things. So yeah, I can't wait for Alex to finish watching it so we can do the review show.
Yep.
What's your thoughts though, man? You looking forward to it now? Did I get you more hyped on it or what?
I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I kind of trailed off a little bit on season 2 because I mean it was good.
Did you finish it though?
Yeah, I finished it. It's just it didn't leave me wanting to see a lot, just like season 1 did. But I am still looking forward to it. I still want to see what's going on because I still love those movies. I love the style, the feel of it. The casting was awesome, so that's always fun.
Yep.
But we'll just have to see. We're probably gonna watch a couple episodes tonight, so I'll probably let you know what I think on my first couple episodes. But I'm not gonna give a full kind of what I think until the end because I like to go into things with like really low expectation because then you can build it up. But if you go in with like really high expectations, it's easy to just get cut down.
You think you guys will be able to finish it by next week though?
Probably.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's only 8 episodes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, just a pre-warning. The first 3 episodes are kind of just letting you in, showing you, basically just an introduction. Because of after what happened last season and stuff like that. So, I want to say the 4th episode is where it starts ramping up. So yeah, for people who are barely getting into it, just so they know. But yeah, awesome show. I like it. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see where they go with it because it's the way they left it, and we'll talk more about that once you see it. But yeah. And then so that's that for me, man. What you got on the docket?
Oh, I flipped the script on you. I changed it up a little bit. So what I really want to talk about
I just want to mention it then, what you were going to talk about. Rooster Teeth has 2 animes that they work on, which is Ruby and Genlock. And
rest in peace, Monty Ohm.
Rest in peace, Monty Ohm. He was very talented and gone way too early. But Rooster Teeth had very big success with that, and it was a rumor when I first heard about it. They were in talks with DC to put out a comic books versions of it, And I guess from what I heard from Alex is that it's been confirmed they are working with DC. They're going to be putting out comic books for Ruby and Genlock, both animes. So I guess they can't be really called animes anymore. They're going to be called comic books now.
Honestly, I don't even think you could have called them animes to begin with because they have such a unique style.
No, well, Ruby, I want to say was an American style anime, because when Monty made it, it was supposed to be like an anime, but it was just like American made anime. Genlock,
But it's weird. It's weird because like I know we could call it an anime, which means an animation, but technically most of it was done by mocap. Wasn't it? Like most of it was motion capture.
No, it wasn't. It was all drawn out by
Fighting?
It was all drawn out. It was computer generated. Well, first drawn out and then computer generated by God, I can't remember their names. What are their names? Mike, I want to say, was one of them. And then I forget the shorter, chubbier guy. But yeah, those were the.
God, I cannot remember their names for the life of me.
Yeah, but those two were the head artists, and as well as the writers and producers of it. And Monty Ohms was the one who came up with the idea with them, and he also helped out with stylizing of the drawings and stuff like that. But yeah, not mocap. I want to say Genlock.
Okay.
I want to say Genlock is part mocap, but I'm not for sure on that.
Okay. So yeah, technically it's more or less Rooster Teeth helping out DC than it is DC helping out Rooster Teeth to come to comics, because they could have done that on their own, and people would have still bought it.
I mean, yes, as big as DC is right now, I mean they're having their problems, but yeah, I want to say Rooster Teeth is helping, bringing in another range of customers into the whole DC fold.
They're at where DC is at where WB is right now.
Well, they're kind of the same company because they work together.
Yeah, but now you see that they're struggling even more with both of them.
Yeah, I mean,
and DC
they're still making money.
struggling.
They're still making money, and they're still like big, but they're just
Barely.
I don't know. They're having their problems, but yeah. But we just wanted to touch on that, let you guys know what it was and where that is. I mean, us two have been fans, and I'm still a fan of Rooster Teeth. I watched, in fact, before we started recording this podcast, I was actually watching Off Topic, which is one of their podcasts.
Which is kind of funny because I remember years and years before we even thought about making our own podcast, we actually would connect by, like, me and Gabe would connect by talking about what we would hear on all of the, like, Drunk Tank and then Off Topic, and then there was just the normal Rooster Teeth podcast that was going on for a while.
I mean, it's still going on. Comes out every Wednesday on YouTube, every Monday on their site.
But we've been watching it ever since like the first 100 came out.
I still watch it.
Yeah. All I gotta say is we miss you, Ray.
Oh, dude, he came back for an episode of Off Topic, like I want to say a month ago.
I saw that.
I was surprised, dude. I was like, "Oh, that's Ray." Yeah,
it's pretty dope. It was weird, man. Watching him interact with Trevor and
the new guys.
All those other guys.
Basically the guys that they got brought in to replace Ray.
Essentially.
But yeah.
So to go on to
your actual topic,
what I kind of forgot about, but it was kind of like a hard hit to me. I don't know about you, but I've watched this and read this stuff since I was a kid. I always loved his art, always loved his comics. Not so much into what he did with Cartoon Network, but it was still funny. So the long line of Mad Magazine is actually ending soon, and they're going to stop creating new Mad magazines. And if you don't know, their magazine line has been going on for quite a long time. I remember I still have some Mad magazines from like the 80s. and they're still going strong about new topics, but apparently they're going to stop publication of new comics. But you guys don't have to worry. All the people who actually like Mad Magazine and stuff like that, they're not stopping making new comics altogether. They're stopping making new comics, but they're gonna turn into re-releases and republications of their older issues. So they're not gonna stop altogether. It's just not many people are buying all the new stuff. So why kind of even bother? Keep going.
Well, the thing is,
But like I
dude,
said,
magazines are dying. It's a dying breed.
yeah,
There's not
that's
much
why
print
there's
stuff out there. Even newspapers, man.
the only thing that's barely holding on is comics, and that's because of like nerd culture. So that's going to be held on by that. But yeah, the Mad Magazine scene, and magazine stands, and all that, it's dead art already.
Tell you the truth,
So
dude, I didn't even know that they were still running. I thought they had been done after the show was canceled.
nope, I still collect a lot of Mad magazines through the days. I used to watch a TV show with Cartoon Network, and then they kind of died off, and then started doing Uncle Grandpa, and I was just like, I don't know. But it is kind of funny. But yeah, I used to read that stuff since I was a kid. I used to watch all that good stuff, Mad TV, back when it was
They
on Cartoon, Comedy Central.
they should have went digital with it. Do like a Mad TV, but digital form. Have your own site and do skits and stuff, but like in a online site, method.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that's actually where Key and Peele actually originated from, because they used to do comedic skits on Mad TV. Which, man, if you haven't seen that stuff, you're missing some good stuff. That was where their true comedy came out, and they actually came together as a group, Key and Peele, and not just like one-offs.
Yeah.
But
also, as well as Bobby Lee, because I'm a big fan. I'm also a fan of their podcast, which is called Tiger Belly. So if you haven't heard of that, check out Tiger Belly. Look that up. His brother also has a podcast called Stevie Weeby Show. Big fan of those two. Big shout outs to them. Boom.
man,
All came from Mad TV.
Mad TV really was the jumping off point for a lot of funny people that we have nowadays.
Yep.
Because just like, Saturday Night Live, it was just kind of there, or like what was that show called with Jim Carrey? Live in Color.
Living Color.
Living Color.
Living Color,
That's
yeah.
what it is, yeah.
I mean, those are the big
It was
three
a-
shows, though. It's like Saturday Night Live,
yeah.
in Living Color, and then Mad TV. Each one was a sketch comedy show, and Saturday Night Live still going on, but Mad TV ended as well as in Living Color. They try to bring back in Living Color, and they also try to bring back Mad TV, which
Didn't happen
did
that
not.
well.
Yeah, I mean, they tried, but didn't work out.
That's kind of what is going on right now, because apparently Nickelodeon is trying to reboot all that.
I know. I've seen some of their sketches, dude. I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah, it's not
the same.
It's not the same without, everybody.
But you know
It's
what,
not the
though?
same.
It's not for us, though. It's for the new generation, so we might not like it, but these new kids might like it. You never know.
That's the point, though. Like, if you're gonna appeal to these new people, get something new, get something fresh, get something for their generation to love, not for their generation to look back and go, "Oh, we have a new version of what they had."
Yeah, but you know what it is, though?
Make a new game show.
It's people too lazy to come up with a different name. I mean, they're basically gonna they would basically use the same type of groundwork anyways. It'd be the same thing. It'd be a sketch comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
They were just too lazy to come up with a different name. So, they just brought in a new cast, kept all that show name, and they're just, producing it for the new generation of kids, which is fine. I don't mind it. I just wish it was funny enough for me to still like it.
We were at the Paramount Theater out here in Seattle watching Game Grumps, and we saw that there was a poster for a live version of Nickelodeon Guts, and we were just like, why? Why do that?
Because
Why bring it back?
they reboot a lot of old shows, man. It's just what it is.
Like, if they made a new version of like Legends of the Hidden Temple, but for these new kids, called it something different, same premise though,
And they
people would like it.
and they have the new technology to do it. They could do it so much better now. You got VR, dude. Like,
Better prices. Hell, have some of those kids win a hoverboard. Do what you want, you know. Just
but yeah, dude.
have one of them win a jewel.
I just feel like the execs of these TV networks are just, they're too lazy to come up with something brand new. I mean, it's just what it feels like, because it's just a lot. You see it a lot. Even the bigger companies like Disney, look, they're just doing live versions
Dude,
of all the cartoons, right? I mean, they haven't came up
which is
with
why
anything new in a while.
which is why this Mulan thing is such a breath of fresh air. You know,
Well, I mean, it's still a live version of a
still is.
cartoon.
but it's different for a different like form of people to enjoy. Like
Yeah.
in all honesty, just with Nickelodeon and Disney and all this kind of different stuff, when it comes to the game shows, they're afraid because it's either, that we need those executives who are like, I'm just gonna go ahead and see if people like this. Not people who are like, if I say this, maybe I'll get fired because it's not a good show and people won't like it. They're just like, I'm gonna reboot this because it's already like a round of applause from everybody in the room. If they were just open to be like, hey, I'm gonna try this new thing, you never know, that could be the make or break of, something new. They just got to be so afraid of putting their job on the line,
Yeah. Well, I think what it is like a lot of people, they've all run out of ideas. And also that they're playing with such big money that they're scared of losing a lot of money. Because I know in the past Disney did take a lot of risk. Like, what was the one where something of Mars or something like that was supposed to be big, and they put a lot of money into that, and that failed hard for some reason, but I don't know. Although I heard that the movie itself was actually pretty good, but no one went to go see it.
Well, yeah, either way, just, like, okay, with Nickelodeon and putting out all that was kind of like, they weren't sure how this was going to go, but it pretty much saved them from annihilation, because they used to have the Nickelodeon headquarters in, I believe, Burbank or Oxnard, California. I think it was Burbank. And like, you could actually go there and they'd have like live shows going on. They could, it was this cool thing that would always happen during summer. But before all that, or like after all that,
was it Burbank? I think so. I thought it was near Amoeba Records, and Amoeba's in Hollywood, right?
Well, Hollywood or Burbank. Well, I think they had two.
Yeah, probably.
But either way, if you pass by, you would see the orange, the blue, the green. You would know that that's Nickelodeon. And a few years after, it was just gone. There was nobody there. Nobody was working there. It was just abandoned. Nickelodeon had a dry spell, but I think,
Well, it's also because
they're savior.
It's also because they went to more studio shows and cartoons. They stopped all their live sketch shows or competition shows.
Man, but like I was saying, their savior, SpongeBob, saved them from everything.
Yeah, their cartoons.
There's
well, you know what though? A lot of their cartoons were good though. I mean, just some of them hit harder and longer. But yeah, I used to watch a lot of Nickelodeon shows. Hey Arnold. I want to say, didn't Ren and Stimpy come from Nickelodeon?
I don't think so. I think that was Hanna-Barbera. No, not Hanna-Barbera, but like Cartoon Network-ish era.
I don't think it was Cartoon Network. I want to say it was Nickelodeon.
I remember
I want to say Ren and Stimpy was Nickelodeon, dude. I kind of want to say it. What? Okay, silence because we're checking this out.
Damn it, you're right.
See, I told you, man. I knew it. Yeah, it was one of their weirdest, most kind of crazy, weird shows. But yeah, it was Nickelodeon. Their cartoons, they stood on their cartoons, man. And then
Damn, because I was what went through my mind was that I thought Ren and Stimpy came from the same era as like, or the same area as like, Cow and Chicken, Weasel and Baboon.
yeah. Well, the
Then I
thing,
remembered that's more Dexter area.
yeah.
So I just kind of got those mixed up.
Because what it is because they had the same flavor, like it was like the same style and same flavor, but it started off with Ren and Stimpy on Nickelodeon, and then it shot off, and then there was another one too that was close to it, about like this Australian something kind of type of animal, like yeah, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, that was Nickelodeon also.
Yeah, but
what were we talking about? What was the topic again?
Mad Magazine.
Oh, Mad Magazine. No, we went way tangent, bro. Jesus, man.
That's kind of what I wanted to get to. It's like it's that form of culture. It's the culture of comedy that we don't really get nowadays. That it's kind of sad that for me growing up, I would get a Mad Magazine, go home and read it all day, while like listening to the radio or something. Nowadays, it's smoke your jewel, go on TikTok, and then Tinder with your bae,
What in the world, bro? What are you talking about? Am I that lost from the society that's what it is? I don't know, whatever.
I think so, because everything I said was legit. Everything I said
oh, yeah. Was everything that you said lit?
Dude, it was...
Is it lit? Is it lit? Or is it Gucci?
It's super swaggy, my dude.
Swaggy lit Gucci.
Something about Little Nas X, and then,
Little everything. Just start your whole sentence with little.
My new rap nickname. Little Febreze.
Little Febreze, too. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm gonna drop a new album.
Mm-hmm.
Little Frequent Flyer Miles.
I'm just gonna, yeah. My new name is Little.
Little Lilittle.
Yeah.
Stewart.
Little
Stewart. Little.
Lit, bro. Lit.
I legit think we're just giving people actual ideas. Like, it's just gonna come out as little.
Oh my god! But yeah, dude. I don't know. Anything else on that, man? I think that's it, right? We done?
Yeah,
we're done for the day. It's an early thing.
Go watch Stranger Things. Go watch some Mad TV. Go watch some Bobby Lee.
Check out the new Mulan trailer. It is dope. Stop with the hate on the new Ariel. The movie ain't even out yet. Calm down. Go watch Spiderman Far From Home. It's freaking a dope movie.
Yeah, stop hating on Halle Berry, man. Don't do that.
I can't believe Catwoman is playing Ariel, man. They just better give her red hair. Give her some red hair.
Dude, Ursula is gonna be Danny DeVito dressed up as a squid penguin.
Lit. All right. So with that said, I guess that brings us back to the end of the episode. Remember, Spider-Man Far From Home trailer spoiler review coming later this week, as well as Stranger Things Season 3 spoiler review coming out next week with me and Alex. And yeah, also I was supposed to do the toy hunt, didn't get to, too busy. Dude, you get ill, you go back to work, and it's just the same. It's just busy. So what are you gonna do?
Man,
but yeah, that's that.
Life happens, man.
Mm-hmm. But with that said, though, also, I know we hit 50 subscribers, but then we lost one. So I hope we get back to 50. Help us get back to 50. Help us get back to help us get to 100. Dang it! Big prizes big prizes at the end.
I want to see that tattoo.
Well,
Man.
also if we do hit it, I'm gonna have to wait a year until I can because right now
Yeah.
I'm medicated on blood thinners and I can't get tattoos until a year and after I'm done with it.
Fuck
But I
it. If
mean,
we do
hey,
it before, if
but
we do it before a year, I'll do it.
but hey, you know what? I'm still down to do it. You just gotta wait it out. So yeah, help us get to 100 subscribers and see if that happens. You know what I'm saying? Boom, do it. Well, that's it. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Stay, stay lit, fam. Smoke your jewels, and then Tinder your cousin on TikTok.
And keep little Gucci.